Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Guys, welcome to High Stakes CineBoiz. You guys ready for this? Okay.
Yes.
So
no dilly dallying.
no dilly dallying today. We only have till 11:40, and then we get unceremoniously cut off by Zoom. So Tom is not here today. He's on a break. And Tom has the Zoom that we use. And we've never had any issues when he's been away because we just use his login. However, they were asking for a code today that went to Tom's email. But Tom, being the good man that he is on the road, doesn't check his phone, and that's very honorable of him.
I guarantee you he's locked in at 10 and 2, eyes forward, not even think, not a phone in sight.
He's a good dude. Good for him.
Better
and
than
it's
all of us.
Absolutely. Zoom has never asked for a code before. This is the first time this has ever happened. So it's 100% no one's fault except Zoom's. Laura did text us the code, to be fair, but at this point, train's already left the station, so we have to be done by 11:40. Weird Adult says two-factor alienation. Yeah, agreed. Okay, So here's what we're going to do today. The good news is we didn't have a ton planned. So being the non-professionals that we are, like we're kind of good for 40 minutes.
Well, since time is a crunch, maybe you should get on to your 15-minute spiel.
Well, I'm gonna make it real short today. I'm gonna make it real short, even though I do feel like housekeeping items are the items that brings everybody back each and every week. Jonesy Jones in the chat saying, good morning, boys. Good morning, Mom. Good to see you. So this is the 106th episode of the CineBoiz podcast. We are part of the Cork Bats Podcast Network. We are the CineBoiz, the movie, TV, gaming branch of Cork Bats. If you don't know what Cork Bats is, be sure to follow them on social media and visit corkbats.com. You can actually read our latest movie review, Thor, Love and Thunder review, up now on corkbats.com, so check that out. Hey, guys, happy Artificial Intelligence Appreciation Day.
Nope. I don't appreciate it.
Nope.
I'm really shocked that I was able to get that out without stumbling over my words. I'm really proud of myself this morning. So
I think we can all agree robots have already gone too far. Why do we keep helping them take over the world?
I'm okay with it. I feel like they're probably better suited than humans at this point.
Well, that's a good argument, actually.
Yeah, like I feel like
Humans are the worst.
maybe it's time that somebody else took the reins. That's how I feel about it. So I'm good with it. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with change. So I'm not going to do my typical housekeeping spiel because we got some stuff to talk about. But I will say, if you're watching us on Twitch right now, you're just lurking in the chat, say hi. Maybe give us a follow. We'd really appreciate that. And you can also subscribe if you like, but don't feel obligated to. If you're watching us on the Cork Bats YouTube page a few days later, thank you so much. Please consider subscribing to the Cork Bats YouTube page. We really appreciate that. And then if you're listening to this as a podcast, as most of our listeners do, thank you so much. Please consider rating, reviewing, subscribing. Costs you absolutely nothing to do all that stuff, and it goes a long way for us. So we really appreciate that. So that being said, I'm Kenny. I'm one of the co-hosts of the CineBoiz podcast, and I am joined, as always, by two of my co-hosts, starting with our good friend, Nashville Mob. Nashville Mob, how are you?
Howdy.
What are you big on this week, my man?
Hold on. I like that howdy's your new thing. Never stop.
Yeah, it's Nashville Mob. Howdy.
Is Kentucky is considered the South, right?
Very much so.
So my only gripe with that is that where I lived in Kentucky was one, an hour away from Cincinnati, two, due east from where I grew up in St. Louis, literally like on a plane due east. So calling it the South just didn't seem right to me. I called it the Middle East. That's why I called myself East Coast Mob, was because they all thought they were in the South, but it's not. It's not the South.
Right.
Lexington, Kentucky is not the South. I'm sorry.
Almost like a spillover of like Appalachia, more than like
it's
Southern.
way more Midwest than it is Southern. So, what am I big on? I am big on F-Boy Island. I'm also not big on getting lectured about grammar on Instagram, but that's beside the point.
Who did that?
F-Boy Island.
Oh yeah,
season
baby.
2. Freaking awesome.
Baby.
There's a dude named Braden, spelled with a Y, and he is from Bloomington, Indiana, and he just is out there professing his profession as a SoundCloud rapper, and I can't get enough of it. Also, have you guys ever seen Joey Molinaro's like videos? The guys in The Office, the guy he does that with, in it.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Good stuff.
He's the first one introduced, and I was like, I know that guy.
Yeah. Here's a question: is Bloomington, Indiana, is that the South?
No.
I mean, if you asked people in Lexington, Kentucky, probably.
Yeah. Well, I'm just confused because I feel like growing up in Missouri, we would consider that, we all grew up in Missouri, so we would consider that Midwest, correct?
Yeah.
But for some reason, Missouri just wants to be Southern, and so I don't know.
I think
that's
there's
the vibe.
Missouri. There's a very clear indication of like north of the Missouri River and south of the Missouri River. Basically, you got St. Louis, Columbia, Kansas City, and then farmland, and then Southern.
If you get into so is Arkansas South?
Yes,
I would say. Okay. Yeah.
It's
so if you get into the Boot Heel, that's Arkansas. I'm sorry, I would cut it off of Missouri if I were.
Oh yeah, Bugs Bunny GIF sawing it off of the state.
Yeah,
that's south. But where we're from, where we grew up,
couldn't be more
Midwestern. I feel like there was a time distinction. So I feel like when I was growing up, Missouri was clearly Midwest, and then Mizzou joined the SEC, and then all of a sudden, like, it feels like, hey, we want to be in the South now. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
No, it's true. I think there are people in where we all used to live at one point at the same time who were like, yeah, we're Southern now.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's what, like, it feels like my hometown became.
I don't think if you go on either side of the state in Kansas City or St. Louis, you have that feeling.
Yeah,
you wouldn't get a lick of Southern.
Yeah,
no.
We're a Southern state now. No, we're not. We haven't been.
I think that we're just, not to get political, but everything, the Midwest is getting more one color and the coasts are getting more another color, and it's just getting more polarized, and that's just how we're at. That's where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Not a political podcast.
Not a political podcast.
Heck no. In fact, retract everything I just said.
Yeah, we're going to cut that out. All right. Well, Nashville Mob, thank you so much. Say hi to Theo. Looks like he's trying to get out of the bedroom. And then we're also joined, we're Weird Adults saying Mob's autofocus is as animated as Mob. And he also says, are the gun-toting St. Louis lawyer couple Southern or Midwestern? Good question.
They are. You know what? He's running for U.S. Senate, so you can vote for him in the primary this August if you wanted to.
So cute. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Not a political podcast.
No.
Kev, how are you?
Great. I had COVID this week, but I feel better now.
Are you big on COVID this week?
No, not at all. It was terrible for like 48 hours. Really tough 2 days.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're okay. Is this your first time having COVID?
Yeah. Broke the seal of 2.5 years in.
Yeah. I still think I'm immune. I'm never going to get it.
Cool.
Yeah. Are you big on anything, though?
Yes. This last week, I watched 2 movies by a young writer-director named Cooper Raiff. His debut movie was a couple years ago, and it was called Shithouse. It was one of my favorite movies I've seen this year, I'd say. Really interesting movie about your freshman year of college. Really raw, emotional movie. And his second movie just came out on Apple TV. It's called Cha-Cha Real Smooth.
Oh, yeah.
It's him and Dakota Johnson. And basically, he's a kid that it's basically, his 2 movies are about his life, essentially. This movie, he graduates from college. He becomes like a party starter for bar mitzvahs, and then he meets this woman, Dakota Johnson, with an autistic child, and they become friends. And they're both really heartwarming movies, and I'm big on Cooper Raiff and his potential as a writer. And we talk about classy film things on this podcast.
That segment brought to you by Do You Like Apples?
Yeah. Did they pay you?
Exactly. That was my best Do You Like Apples impression I could possibly give, and I feel a little sick.
Nice. Well, Kev, really glad you're here. Really appreciate you, buddy.
Enough of that, Kenny. What are you big on?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I'm big on. It's kind of in the same vein as F-Boy Island, which very excited for F-Boy Island. Have not started it yet. But what I've gotten into, and it's something that my fiance has been into for a long time, is Love Island. And Love Island, not the U.S. version, just the British version of Love Island.
I can't keep all the islands straight. There's too many islands.
So Love Island is basically like Bachelor in Paradise, but there's an episode every day, like a new episode every day. So literally every day when we get done with work, we watch Love Island.
How many eps are there in a season?
Like 40 or 50, because they do it for like as long as like a regular TV show season would be. but it's every day, and it's amazing. It's like I don't have to wait a week to see what happens.
What's the catch on this show on Love Island?
I mean, I don't really think there is one. So essentially, it's like there's just a bunch of girls and a bunch of guys coupling up, and then they, do. They don't even really do challenges. They might do a challenge like once every like 4 or 5 episodes. It's really just them hanging out by a pool, and like there being drama. And then sometimes people go home. Like, I don't know. There's like very like loose like rules. I don't know. Somebody wins at the end, but I don't know like who or how.
To kind of tie it in, wasn't that like one of the big storylines in the first season of F-Boy Island? Was one of the guys might have been dating one of the girls from the American Love Island?
Possibly.
There's an American Love Island too?
Yes, there's a US version.
There's probably one for every country.
I'll say it. There's too many islands.
Just like there's a Love Is Blind Brazil, a Love Is Blind. They do them in a bunch of different countries.
Yeah, but the best part about British Love Island is that they'll get a text, and every time they get a text, you just hear, "I got a text," and so I yell that around my apartment a lot, and I think my neighbors love it. I got a text every time I get a text.
I like it.
Yeah. So that's what I'm big on. But guys, look, here's the deal. It's 11:16 a.m. We have till 11:40. We're actually doing pretty good on time right now. And really, I had a few trailers we could look at, but nothing really that interesting. There was like the Bodies trailer, which like I don't really care about that, I guess.
Don't even know what that is.
I don't even know what it is either.
It's like an A24 horror movie with Pete Davidson in it.
I'm out.
I don't like horror movies. I just can't do them.
Yeah, we're missing our horror boy.
I heard that Black Phone was good.
I hear that's good.
But I also won't see it. I won't see it.
Are you scared?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Makes sense. Well, so there's that trailer, and then there was the trailer for Rob Zombie's Monsters movie.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Like, I'm in 2 different spaces at once, where one, I'm like, that makes a lot of sense, but I also don't have any idea what to expect. Like, is it going to be funny? Or is it going to be like
the time
real
has
messed
passed
up?
for that. I don't know.
You could
well,
be right.
we're in a world where people are making dark Barney movies, so
yeah, dark Barney coming 2023.
Who knows?
I don't understand any movies that are being made today. I don't get it.
You sound old.
I am old. I feel old. If I start breaking down in a cough, just know I'm old.
Okay. Well,
could happen at any moment.
Well, yeah. So Daniel Kaluuya's Barney movie, which is going to be dark, and yes, we're talking about
probably
Barney
NC-17
the dinosaur. I hope so.
If it's NC-17, you know what? I'll watch it.
Yeah, so that's coming your way. Is that
you want to
he
see
had
Barney's
to drop out
people?
at Black Panther 2, so I'm wondering if he had to drop out because he's filming the Barney movie.
It was because of Nope.
Oh.
Scheduling conflicts with Nope.
Yeah. Well, check out Nope. That's in theaters next weekend. Movies Talk. I'm excited for that.
I'll see that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Aliens scare me, but
yeah, so
I need to see it. So
really, I guess the biggest thing, other than those trailers that we're not going to show, is that Emmy nominations came out this week. You guys,
you know what I learned about the Emmys?
What's
is
that?
I don't watch most of the shows that are nominated.
Well, here's the thing, man.
They're the same shows every year anyway. It doesn't matter.
Succession has 25 nominations.
Yeah,
that seems insane. Like, there's not even 25 categories.
I suppose I should watch it.
It's because there's categories for guest actors, and they have like.
Yes.
I think all the guest actors that are nominated this year are from Succession.
Yeah, so the guest actors so there's a where'd it go? Lead actor, lead actress, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna read through it real quick. Just that. Okay, so guest actor in a drama series: Adrian Brody, Succession; James Cromwell, Succession; Coleman Domingo, Euphoria. Which, by the way, Coleman Domingo seems like he's the coolest human being alive.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
Well, watch Euphoria.
I'm not gonna. That's high schoolers scare me too. So.
Yeah, I feel like Euphoria is like the best like birth control you could ever have, because essentially you watch that and you're like, oh yeah, no way I'm ever having kids. If this is what high school's like, no way.
I wouldn't survive in high school today. I'm terrified of it.
Arian Moayed, Succession; Tom Pelphrey, Ozark; Alexander Skarsgård, Succession. So of the 6 nominees for Guest Actor in a Drama Series, 4 of them are Succession. That's wild.
At what point do you just feel like you're just a terrible actor if you don't have a nomination from Succession?
I don't know.
Who doesn't, by the way?
Let's
Anybody
go through,
not have a
let's
nomination?
go through these. Let's go through these nominations. We'll start at the top here. So, my mom says homeschool in the chat. I feel like that would those are both bad ideas. Like I don't want my kids to go to the Euphoria High School, and I really don't want them to be homeschooled and be weird.
You know what? I want less than them being weird and being homeschooled is I don't want to have to be a homeschool teacher.
Right.
Why would I want to be a teacher?
Yeah, I'd be a terrible teacher.
Couldn't think of a worse teacher, to be honest.
My kids would be like, "Do you want to just play video games?" I'd be like, "Yeah." Mm-hmm. That sounds fun. More fun than math. So here we'll go through like the big nominees list. So here is the Emmy nominees for drama series. We have Better Call Saul, Euphoria, Ozark, Severance, Squid Game, Stranger Things, Succession, and Yellow Jackets.
I haven't seen Yellow Jackets.
Haven't.
I have not either.
Have you guys seen Severance?
Or Euphoria? Yes.
Been on my list for months, and I just
Very
need to
good.
do it.
Need to get to that.
do it.
Very well done.
I like how there's an ad for Crate and Barrel Wedding Registry. That's very on
Wonder
the
what
nose.
you've been looking at for.
Very on the nose.
It's tracking your activity and knows what you need.
Here's
to
a fun
buy.
fact about Stranger Things.
It
got 12 nominations, not a single one for acting.
That's weird.
It's very weird because if you watch season 4, very well acted.
I feel like Sadie Sink deserved a nomination.
Yeah, she was great. I thought Gaten Mazzarato was amazing as well. I think
Sadie
he
Sink
carried.
is just a great name. So
Sadie Sink.
Yeah,
I do like that one. It's a good name. Yeah, I think of all those, I've seen most of them. The only ones I haven't seen are, well, I'm not caught up on Ozark. I haven't seen Severance. And
I haven't seen Squid
I
Game.
haven't seen Yellow Jackets. But
What even is Yellow Jackets? I've heard of it, and I can't even picture
honestly, I don't
what
know.
it is.
Is that No, that's
Yeah,
not the Gary Oldman.
No, that was a
might
good
be.
show, though. No, that was Slow Horses, and it was very good.
Ah.
You should watch it. It's on the Apple TV. Apple TV.
Yeah, so I think if I were to pick one right
Yellow
now.
Jackets, honestly, looks scary. I'm not going to watch it.
Okay, fair enough.
That's the theme.
I would say of if I were to pick one right now, it would probably be Succession. But then again, there's a few that I haven't gotten to yet.
I just feel like Succession is going to win everything.
Yeah.
How can you have 25 nominations and not just win them all?
It's pretty good.
I'd say it's a pretty good list. Like, I mean, yeah, a
It
few of them
seems
could
stronger
win.
than in years past to me.
And then we get the nominees for comedy series. So we have Abbott Elementary, Barry, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Hacks, Marvelous Miss Maisel, Only Murders in the Building, Ted Lasso, and What We Do in the Shadows.
We lose Kevin in the shadows.
Oh no. We lost him.
He's just gone.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
What happened?
I'm back.
Kevin, what'd you do, man?
I'm back. I just had to take a break.
Oh, okay, fair. We're moving pretty fast. You probably need some
I got
water.
overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Kevin's an old. We got to slow it down for
He's
for
an
the
old.
olds.
Yeah,
I'm an old.
Slow
I'm
down
an
for the
old.
olds.
I got a little scared. I had to leave.
Fair.
The pace was too quick.
I haven't seen season 3 of Barry, but at what point is that no longer like a comedy?
Yeah,
It-
I was thinking the same thing.
Doesn't actually. It's not a comedy, really, at all.
It does make me laugh at certain points. Because
Correct.
Truly, there are some very funny moments, but
Very
overall,
dark humor.
it is like depressing. Like it is
Yeah.
so
It's
hard to watch.
Very, very dark subject matter. Like I love it. I think it's a great show.
Yeah.
I think calling it a comedy sometimes is a little bit of a slap in the face because
Bill Hader, though, one of the more underrated guys in Hollywood right now, in my opinion.
He's
No one
so
talks
good
about
in
him.
it.
he's great.
I love
Fonzie's
what,
great.
I
Man.
love What We Do in the Shadows.
Pools are great for holding the water. Me too.
It's like so funny. It's so great. I know it won't win because
It's a great
Ted
show.
Lasso is probably going to win. Let's be honest, it wins everything.
I don't think it will, and I don't think it
yeah.
should, because season 2 wasn't even funny, like at all,
but
or that good. To be honest.
it's the darling
I don't think
these shows. I feel like
if it wins, then
I feel like season 2 got a lot of scrutiny though.
It did, and it should. If it wins, it's just going to show me that they only care about name brands, and don't do that, Emmys.
Yeah.
It did try and tackle tough topics, but those scared me, and it made it worse.
Yeah. Again, you get scared easily.
Today's episode, Kevin's always scared.
Kevin's
I'm
always
of everything.
Scared guy.
He's a scared boy.
So then we got the nominees for limited series, which we have Dope Sick, The Dropout, Inventing Anna, Pam and Tommy, and The White Lotus, which I do have an issue with White Lotus being on here because it has been announced for season 2. So therefore, is it
It's
not a limited series?
Is it so? Is season 2? Is it one of those things where it's going to be like season 2 is in the same world but it's different characters?
Possibly, it could be an anthology.
I bet
series.
that's it. I bet
Because
that's
like
it.
that's what kind of like True Detective type.
Yeah, that makes
I haven't
sense.
seen White Lotus, so I don't know if that's even.
I tried to watch it, but I got really disinterested really fast.
I haven't seen a single one of those.
I loved Pam and Tommy. Highly recommend Pam and Tommy. It's very enjoyable.
I saw Inventing Anna.
What's
I'm pretty
Inventing
sure-
Anna? I'm racking my brain. I can't think of what it is.
You know who
And
is-
I don't have time for you.
You know who is like actually
Julia
now that I think
Gardner.
about it, who we should have on to talk about limited series?
Someone with knowledge? I don't know.
Catherine. Like I feel like Catherine has seen every single one of these. She like
You think you
she
could get
lives for
Catherine
limited
on
series.
this thing?
Oh no way!
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I could bribe her maybe, but
Is she
like,
our
we
white
sh-
whale?
Yeah.
but she is now. We have to get her on.
I could bribe her with money, but then again, like we share everything.
What does
so.
she? What does she want out of you right now?
Um,
I'll help
That's a
bribe her.
good question. I do know that I need to unplug that candle warmer after we're done. So maybe
Yeah,
I bribe her with that.
Maybe just don't do that for a while.
Okay.
Let it burn.
Yeah, because she has seen every single one of these. I've seen her watching Dope Sick, Dropout, and Inventing Anna. She watched Pam and Tommy with me. And I actually, you know what? I don't know if she's seen The White Lotus, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I can't think
She's
of the
good with
Dropout
those
either.
limited
I
series.
can't think of any of these.
Yeah.
Dropout.
Inventing Anna's with Julia Gardner. It was on Netflix,
Right.
which is probably why you haven't seen it because you hate Netflix.
I'm back on Netflix actually.
Oh my god, I can't keep up with you.
Yeah, you're all over the place, Kev.
Okay, here's the thing about Netflix. It's got the best UI of any of them. So I get so frustrated with HBO Max and Amazon Prime that sometimes it's like, F it. Back to Netflix where I can scroll around and look at things.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's fair.
there goes
I mean,
the
that's,
cloud.
ideally,
Kevin doesn't-
what streaming is now is, which one is the most enjoyable to flip through, not necessarily watch anything.
It's
Kevin
awful.
doesn't watch anything on Netflix. He's just like, I'm tired of scrolling through Amazon Prime, Netflix. Let's see.
I was trying to
This all
watch.
sucks, but I'm enjoying myself.
I was trying to watch an episode of Modern Love yesterday, which is on Amazon Prime, and it was freezing up and being so terrible. I quit.
Amazon Prime.
I'll never watch
sucks.
this. I'll never watch this show again.
I think Amazon Prime is my least favorite. It's got
It's terrible.
a couple of good things on there, but like, I really
you can find
never
a decent
go on Prime.
movie.
I do watch The Boys, which is interesting.
I hear that's good. Miss Maisel's like the only thing I can think of that I'm like, okay, I'm excited to watch that when it comes out.
I watched a really pretty terrible Chris Pratt action series.
The
on there.
Terminal List.
Terminal List. It was exactly what you thought it was, and it was the perfect series to watch on a plane.
As much as I like Chris Pratt, I do feel like his content as of late is garbage.
He's very much in he had a movie about last year too that was basically the same thing, just
Tomorrow
a
War.
movie. Yeah, just about the future instead of the now. He's very much into cosplaying as a US soldier right now.
Yeah, that's his thing these days.
Whatever, dude.
And then we have lead actor in a drama series. We got Jason Bateman for Ozark, Brian Cox for Succession, Lee Jung-jae for Squid Game, Bob Odenkirk for Better Call Saul, Adam Scott for Severance, and then Jeremy Strong for Succession. So again, 2 Successions.
Does anybody watch Better Call Saul? Still?
I have
I
a
have
buddy
not
here
caught
that
up on
watches it. He's pretty into it.
People say it's great. I just could never. I watched the whole first season and a half, and it was just too slow for me.
It's really good. I haven't, because the last season comes on Netflix when the next season starts.
Gotcha.
So it's like on season 6 right now. So I haven't seen season 5.
Gotcha.
That's where we are. And it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, there was such a long break in between seasons. It's almost like, I feel like I need to rewatch it before I start season 5. And I have no desire to do that. It is very good though.
Yeah, I would probably. I mean, if I were to pick, I'd give it to Jeremy Strong. But I'm such a Succession stan. Like,
There's such a weird subsect of Twitter that's obsessed with Jeremy Strong. I hope he loses because I want to see them melt down.
I bet it goes to the Squid Game guy.
that's makes sense.
That would be my bet if you could place bets.
Okay. I'm sure you
Adam
can.
Scott was really good.
You know what, Mob? You can
You
place.
can
a bet
definitely
if you
place
wanted
bets
to.
on this.
You
I
live
can.
in a place where you could do. That.
I think Adam Scott was really good.
You know what? I'll watch Severance starting today. You have my word. Unless I don't.
Wow.
But I will.
We'll call you on it next time we see you.
Unless I don't. There's always that option.
I will.
Unless I don't.
But I might not. But I will today. But also maybe who knows?
We just
But I
got the
will.
alert. This meeting will end in 10 minutes.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right, so we got
Hustle
10
up,
minutes.
Kenny.
Oh no, I hit the upgrade button. I don't want to do that. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right, we're still
It's
good.
kind of funny that Tom's been paying for Zoom this whole time.
I don't think he pays for it though. I think he gets it for free for some reason. I could be wrong.
I think he pays for it, and he's just too nice to tell us.
Dude, that's what happens when you're rich, man. You can afford to pay for Zoom.
You can afford subscriptions.
Yeah. And then we have lead actress in a drama series, Jodie Comer for Killing Eve. Jodie Comer, big fan of the podcast. Actually, I wouldn't say that. I would say fans of Jodie Comer are big fans of the podcast.
Are
We
they
know that.
though? Because they got kind of mad at us. Very mad, right?
No, they were happy.
They
got
blew
mad?
up. They blew up the Tommies.
Who
They're
got mad at
Jodie
us?
Comer won because of
That's correct.
voting,
Who
voting.
got real mad at us? Didn't someone's fans get pissed at us?
who got pissed at us. I hate.
Yeah,
when
we have
people
little
are mad at me.
monsters after us.
I don't know what
man.
that means, but they scare me. So.
So Jodie Comer for Killing
Don't
Eve.
bring it
Laura,
up again.
Laura Linney for Ozark. Mulaney Linsky for Yellow Jackets. Sandra Oh for Killing Eve. Reese Witherspoon for The Morning Show. And Zendaya for Euphoria.
Killing Eve is good and underrated. That's my take on that.
It is
list.
good, and it is underrated.
I'm a huge Jodie Comer fan.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'd probably give this one to Zendaya, though. She's
I
pretty
haven't
good
seen
in
it, so I
Euphoria.
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. And then we've got...
Can I say this? It
Yes.
doesn't seem like that role would be that hard. Just kind of moping around, being sad all the time.
I mean, but she's not like that in real life.
That's true. I
heard
feel like
That's good acting.
And I heard there was an episode this season where she went into the tank for her, and it was amazing.
It's wild.
I don't watch, but I
That's
heard
one
there
of
was an
my-
episode that was just like a wow.
that's
from-
one of my favorite
from her.
phrases. When you go into the tank for something,
Yeah.
I like that.
Weird Adult in the chat says, was the person who got mad at you all in uppercase? No, I don't know if... I don't know. What was... Gosh.
What was that guy's name?
Uh...
LOL. What is this? A nursery rhyme?
Yeah. No, I don't think he was mad. I just think that he's very excited.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
I don't even, what's his
he's
name?
great. We love him when he comes into the chat. He pops in once every like 3 or 4 months. Could pop in today. Maybe he's in there just lurking today. He's got something to say.
I hope he's here. You've got 7 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, and then we've got lead actor in a comedy series. So we got Donald Glover for Atlanta, Bill Hader for Barry, Nicholas Hoult for The Great, Steve Martin for Only Murders in the Building, Martin Short for Only Murders in the Building, and Jason Sudeikis for Ted Lasso. Good crop of guys. It's probably going to go to Sudeikis. That's
I was just thinking that, but
my
I
gut
would
feeling.
give it to somebody else if it were
I
me.
would.
But I think you're right.
Yeah. And then we got lead actress in a comedy series, Rachel Brosnahan, Marvelous Miss Maisel, Quinta Brunson, Abbott Elementary, Kelly Cuoco for Flight Attendant, Elle Fanning for The Great, Issa Rae for Insecure, and Jean Smart for Hacks.
Heard great things about Hacks. I haven't
Yeah,
watched
I'd give
yet.
it to Jean Smart.
Kaylee Cuoco. Is that that's the
That's
Yeah,
exactly
her.
who you think it is. The
Okay.
girl
Yeah.
from
that
that one show.
well, let's not even say it because I
Eight
don't want to
Simple
give it any
Rules?
pub.
Yeah, 8 Simple
Yes,
Rules.
8 Simple
Is
Rules.
that what you're talking about?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Mhm.
I
That's it.
loved that show when it went into syndication on TBS.
So did I.
It was a good show.
So did I.
And then lead actor in a limited series or movie, Colin Firth for The Staircase, Andrew Garfield for Under the Banner of Heaven, which is really good. I don't think we've talked about
need to watch
that.
No, it's very
Su-
good. I'm
super
about
good.
3 episodes in.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac for
Be
Scenes from
aware
a
of
Marriage, Michael Keaton for
scariness.
Dope Sick, Hamish Patel for Station 11, and Sebastian Stan for Pam and Tommy.
Station 11 doesn't get enough love either. That was freaking good.
I haven't seen it. I hear good things.
it's
All right,
good.
here's the deal. We're at 11:35.
Let's hurry up, dude.
We got 5 minutes. We're not going to get through all these. So I'm just going to do one last one, and then we're going to wrap it up for the day. So lead actress in a limited series or movie, Toni Collette for The Staircase, Julia Garner for Inventing Anna, Lily James for Pam and Tommy, Sarah Paulson for Impeachment American Crime Story, Margaret Qualley for Maid, and Amanda Seyfried for Dropout. Couple things. Sarah Paulson is really good in Impeachment, but I didn't really
She
care for that
freaks
show.
me out.
Yeah. And then I would say,
American Horror Story,
if you
I
haven't
never
seen
got
The
over.
Staircase, that's a wild one too. There's a documentary.
Did he do it? Did he do it?
I don't know, man. I can't say for sure. I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
I feel like he might have, but who knows?
So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of other categories, but it's 11:35. Oh gosh,
Kevin's
we lost
gone.
Kevin again. Kevin just keeps. What is his deal today?
Who knows?
All right.
All I want to say is FX is very underrated for all the stuff that they put out.
Why do I keep leaving? What's happening
I
here?
don't know. You tell us, Kevin.
No, I'm scared.
All right. Well, guys, I think we should wrap it up here. So we did it. I mean, we didn't do it because there's still a lot of categories to get to. But just for the sake of not being cut off and we ended on our terms, I figured we'd wrap it up for the day. So
I really like the time crunch. This was exciting.
yeah, we really keep on
excited.
our toes today. Really on our toes. So yeah, I'll just say real quick, be sure to follow the CineBoiz at the CineBoiz on Twitter and Instagram. You can see it up there. Be sure to follow Cork Bats at Cork Bats on Twitter and Instagram, and check out corkbats.com for a review of Thor: Love and Thunder. Be sure to like, subscribe, rate, review to our podcast, all that good stuff, and share us with your friends. That's how we grow, is by sharing. That's pretty much it. Do you guys have any other thing you want to say? Anything you got to get off your chest before we go?
Free Lil Wayne.
Free Lil Wayne.
Is he in jail again?
I don't know. It seems to pop up every once in a while, and I'm hoping to hit the trend.
Yeah. Weird Adult in the chat says Kevin is like the Texas energy infrastructure.
Yes, I'm very unreliable
And then
today.
in parentheses it says the show is not political.
Yeah, but that's just a fact.
That's
I mean,
an
living in
absolute
Texas, I
fact.
can confirm that was pretty spot on.
That was good.
Who knows how
That's
much
good.
time I have before our power goes out today?
Correct.
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
We
miss
got
you
2
guys.
minutes.
No episode next week. We will be back. We may not be live for a while, so we're working on a few things right now. We might actually suspend doing live podcasts for a little bit because our schedules are about to get really crazy, but we still want to make content. So we'll talk about that soon. We'll keep you posted. But yeah, bye everyone.
Get out of here.
Get out
Have a
of here.
great day.
Go home. It's over.
Don't be scared.